Y'all, this NBA Finals is lit, man. You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene NBA Finals post-game show in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. OKC Thunder defeated the Indiana Pacers 111 to 104. The series is now tied at 2 games apiece. I'm Wole, and I'm your host. The homie Ray Jeezy is out. But before we talk about this amazing game, we got to knock out some particulars. Hey, check out our website, which is www.urbansportsing.com. Also, you can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe. If you're on our YouTube channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our Urban Sports and YouTube channel. Please hit that red subscribe button and also like this video. It does well for our, NBA basketball YouTube algorithm. So, we try and be up there on the scene. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button when you're on there. And don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also, join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. And also, we do take super chats. So hit us up with a super chat if you get an opportunity. All right, man. Here we go, man. Let me give you my overall thoughts, man. Like the Pacers had this game. I felt like they kind of like gave it away a little bit. They had all the momentum. I thought when they had that 10-point lead in the third quarter, they should have stepped on OKC's necks right there. I like what they did in terms of Carlisle, what he did in that third quarter. I liked how he eventually started doubling Shea, getting him when Shea had the ball, so making Shea go against two, and then Shea would kick it to a defender, and he would his teammate, he would shoot the three ball, and they weren't shooting well from three at that particular point in time. So I thought they had a good opportunity because I felt like OKC wasn't, from that situation, OKC wasn't ready for that change up because they really wasn't doubling Shea like that on the dribble like that. So they obviously Nembhard did a great job, did a decent job on Shea. Shea still had 35, I believe, or 35 points. He still did a good job, but they thought they did bring a double. But I felt like when they let OKC cut the lead to 87 to 80 going into the fourth quarter, knowing that OKC was gonna get the ball back first, then I was like, okay, you missed your opportunity to kind of put this game away and honestly put the series away because I thought you saw this team pressing. Rome, what's going on? Rome said OKC SGA MVP, definitely, man. He showed out. SGA, like, he makes you appreciate the current style of current NBA because he has the mid-range game, man. Like I said, this as good as Nembhard did as a defender, right? He can still get his shot off. Like, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother him. Nembhard bothers him in terms of trying to get him to the spot, but when he gets to the spot, because he's bigger than Nembhard, he can rise up on him, and also he can bully him. And then you got Nesmith, who is a good defender, but in terms of Shea's footwork, it's too good for Nesmith, so because he can't use his physicality, because the physicality doesn't work against the skills against a player with great footwork like Shea. Paul said 25-33, Pacers missed 8 free throws and lost by 7 ball game. I don't even think it's that, to be real with you, Paul. I felt like the missed free throws happened towards the end with Mathurin when he missed those free throws down the stretch. To me, the game was lost when you didn't step on their necks in that third quarter. I'm serious. I felt like that's when you lost the game. You see that this team is on the ropes. You're up 10. You know what I mean? Like, you got Obi Toppin balling. You know what I mean? You got everybody's contributing. Like, you're playing good defense. Halliburton's having a good game. Like, everybody, Siakam consistently having a good game. You don't, in that particular quarter, that's when the game should have been over. That's what it is. Because again, OKC is too good. OKC is too good of a team to keep there in the fourth quarter. They're clutch. Shea is clutch. We know this. This is a thing that everybody knows. Shea is a clutch dude. Total collapse in that third quarter. I think it was a collapse. It was a collapse. It's in a certain way. It was a little bit. It was a collapse. I won't say thorough collapse. It was a collapse. Those refs sucked in the fourth quarter, but the Patriots should have been up double what they were at the end of the third. I'm gonna say this. You say the refs were bad. George, on which side? Because I would say this. I thought the refs were giving Shea like when Shea got his third foul, I thought that was ridiculous for a star player to get that third foul on a loose ball foul where he barely did anything, and that's a star player. Like I felt like the refs were trying to like, and they gave Shea a fourth foul, and I'm like, now you're taking the fourth, you're taking the star player out of the game. You got 4 fouls, and I think there was like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Indiana in that fourth quarter, I believe Indiana in that fourth quarter was in the bonus pretty quickly. I want to say it was in the bonus around the 6 or 7 minute mark. So like I don't know, people like the fans kept saying the refs suck, but in my mind I was like the refs are kind of on you. The refs are kind of siding with you all on the low. Shea had 4 fouls with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's not like he's a big. So I don't know. I mean the refs. If you're saying the refs were bad on both sides, maybe, but I won't say definitely now on OKC side. I feel like OKC, like for Shea to get that fourth foul, the third foul for real was ridiculous. The fourth foul was like whatever. It was too late by then. Then the ball moving stopped. I mean the ball moving stopped moving for the Pacers offense. It became too stagnant in the fourth quarter. I agree with you. Dan, good point. I agree with you. I felt like this is a very important thing. I feel like OKC did a better job at guarding the 3 in that fourth quarter. Like they stayed with their man and they let Halliburton try to create and do it on his own. I think that is the key. If you can stay in your man, respect these dudes. You got to start respecting these dudes in their 3-ball. If they're going to make it the 3-ball, let it be off the dribble. Like now they started playing the 3 a lot better. Even Shea blocking Halliburton step back 3. You saw that Halliburton had to take difficult threes, and he had a bunch of clunkers on those threes. You didn't leave Nembhard open for a 3. You didn't leave Nesmith open for a 3. These guys have been killing you. Obi Toppin hit those 2 threes in the third, which he went hand. But in that fourth quarter, they played the 3-ball pretty well. Paul Wole, they was up 9 in the third. They went 1 for 4 from the. Yeah, but that's not the thing. It ain't the line, bro. It's the line is always an easy thing to go to. But I'm gonna tell you a dude to me that kind of changed the whole direction of the game to me. I thought that Holmgren changed the direction of the game, getting those loose ball putbacks, especially early in the fourth, because I felt like with them not boxing out, I thought like he was the only one kind of showing flair. The rest of the team wasn't showing flair. And then when he started doing that, I felt like the team got a lot better. Shea got away with it. Yeah, he got away with a push off. But I'm gonna be real with you. If you watch George, I know you because you have your eye on Shea because Shea pushes off all the time. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, but a lot of the fouls, a lot of the calls or push offs, like Indiana was doing the push offs too, but you wouldn't notice it because you're not looking for it. You're not hunting for push offs for Indiana. Siakam pushes off all the time. George, watch Siakam. He pushes off all the time. Pacers were 0 for 7. Yeah. Oh, yep. There you go. From the 3. 0 for 7. They played the 3-ball better in that quarter. They really did. In the fourth quarter, they played the 3-ball. And if you look at what the Pacers have been doing, what's been helping them win playoff series has been the 3-ball. The corner 3 has been popping for them. Now the refs didn't help the outcome for the Pacers. Missed shots. I agreed, and was fatigue, which caused silly fouls. Yep, totally agree with that. Totally agree with you, Paul. Oh, Tyler, you think it was rigged? Are you serious? I mean, look, it was I mean, you gotta like there was some bad look, I love Mathurin. But yeah, he had some brain farts down the stretch. I think that clinched the game for him. That clinched the game for him. Chet Holmgren, and Alex Caruso were also the key in the second half. Agreed. Got hurt a bit, but he kept those loose balls and for second chance possessions and points. Yeah, another big play was the shot by Caruso, the fadeaway shot from the baseline that looked like he had nowhere to go. He was trying to look for somebody to throw the ball to. He had to fade away from the baseline, and that cut the leaf. I believe 87 to 82, and it kind of gave OKC hope. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy. I want to ask y'all a simple question. What do you feel like was the turning point in this game that went towards OKC's favor? Like, what was the turning point for you? For me, I thought it was Chet's hustle And I'm with you, Dan. Then, like, I do feel like I want to throw Alex Caruso in there too, because I thought Caruso did a lot of good things too. But I want to ask you all the question: where do you think it changed to OKC's favor? Because that again, I said that third quarter, it was there to be had for for the Pacers. Tyler Anderson brought in. Hey, we do know about him, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Scott Foster is he's not. Hey, Tyler, I won't even disagree with you. I kind of agree with you about Scott Foster. He is the extender. Let's see. In all seriousness, Pacers small ball with OB was killing it. It was in the third quarter. Not sure why they went away from it. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I agree. I agree. Last couple of minutes in the third. I agree with you, George. I think that was a turning point for me. The last couple of minutes in the third quarter. Tyler said it changed when the Thunder made a concerted effort to switch. They did. That was a good play too. And also, what I liked what the Thunder did, that was one. I agree with that, Tyler. I do agree with that. And also, I thought OKC did a smart thing. Instead of having Shea bring the ball up, they had him post from the free throw line, and they would feed him from the high post, and then let him go to work. Even with Nembhard, because Nembhard is making him work, as the ball handler. Now, if you want to give him the ball against Nembhard, he doesn't have to start from Nembhard's playing full court. He can now he can be the secondary, secondary ball handler, but that's in the mid post. You can feed him, then he can go to work. I kind of like that. I like that strategy. Let's see. Yeah, Pacers didn't extend the 9-point lead at least to 12, and OKC was down 7. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Pacers lost. Ain't no half stuffing. The Pacers lost this not running anything for Siakam down the stretch. I like that. Okay, so I've said this. Siakam has been the most consistent player for the Pacers, man. He need more touches. I'm with you. He need more touches. He do need down the stretch. He need more touches because he's the problem. He's the problem. He's been the problem. Like Halliburton gets a lot of credit, and Hallie has been good, but he's a problem. Like the most unguardable player for. I mean, if you're looking at an individual who's been giving OKC problems, has been Siakam. Also, Hallie couldn't even get the offense started from the top when Dork is a problem. Dork is a problem. They tried to switch and tried to put have Halliburton go one-on-one with Shea. When Shea had 4 fouls, which was smart. But also I felt like OKC did a better job when they did get him one-on-one. They didn't overreact to Halliburton. If Halliburton had the lane, they didn't overreact. They showed, but then they would say, all right, we're gonna stay with the shooter. Halliburton made some great finishes. Some of them I thought he should have got some and ones. I won't lie. I thought he deserved a couple and ones, but I felt like the game plan within that was smart. I think their game plan against guarding the 3 was smarter because it was more contested threes than usual. Usually you got these guys taking set threes, and then eventually they're getting a big rhythm. You didn't leave Nembhard wide open. You know what I'm saying? And even when he had opportunities to go off the dribble with his 3 ball, it was contested. It wasn't an easy pull up. Tyler said it. All in all, let's call it what it was. The Pacers choked. I agree. I think they did. We're now even for the Thunder collapse and get. Yeah, I agree. Tyler, that's what so Tyler, don't you think it's very similar to that game 1? Kind of, sort of, kind of similar to it. Though I will say, like with Nembhard, I don't know what Nembhard was doing though. I mean Mandarin, not Matherin. To Matherin, I don't know what he was doing. Said Pacers. Tyler says Pacers can still get this done, but they blew a massive opportunity tonight. I mean, it's going to be like both teams have kind of been here before, right? The Pacers have lost multiple games at home. I mean, they have lost games at home in the postseason. It's not like they're perfect in Indy. And also we saw OKC do the same thing against the Nuggets, right? They were down in the Nuggets series. I believe the Nuggets took game 3, and they followed up and took game 4. So these teams have been here before, man. Like, and they both have risen through through the pressure, right? So I feel like game 5 is going to be lit. It's going to be lit. It's going to be one of those special games. But it's amazing. Like just looking at, I'm trying to look at. So for you all, who would be other than Shea, right? Because Shea's easy. Shea scoring, I believe like it's like a 30. I was 35. Shea had 35, right? Yeah, 35. Shea had 35. Was 10 for 10 from the line. Obviously, Shea is the player of the game, right? But other than like Shea, who would you say for OKC was their player of the game for OKC? Because I would say I guess I go Caruso. I think Caruso, to what my man Daniel said, Caruso kept them in the game. Caruso he kept them in the game. Like because I felt like that. Yeah, Caruso. I felt like that third quarter could have been work. And Tyler, I do want to ask you this too. I feel like I don't know if you agree. I feel like not to say in a long portion of time. Tyler is a Patriots fan, but I feel like with Connell, like with McConnell, excuse me, with McConnell, I feel like the offense runs a little bit better sometimes with him than with in this series. I feel like they have no answer for McConnell when he has the ball in his hand creating, and I feel like especially getting to the basket and getting finishing or shooting the floater or shooting the pull up, like OKC has no answer for him, and I feel like when they make the switch. I know Doris Burke was like the offense runs better with Halliburton. I kind of was like, yeah, it may run better in terms of getting other people involved, but I feel like it's harder to stop right now with how they play with McConnell out there. I want to get your opinion about how do you feel about that, Tyler? Because you're a Patriots fan, I want to get your opinion about that. Yeah, Check definitely gave him life. I agree with that. Yeah, Jalen. I mean, they got a 3-headed monster. Like they got. Yeah, he said, yeah, TJ's hit or miss. He's either really good like he was in game 3 or just mad like he was tonight. He needs to bring the energy. He was good early though. He was really, really good early. I feel like he kept them when the first 2 quarters where I feel like OKC was really putting their all in and the Pacers were still like matching everything. I feel like he was a problem. I thought McConnell was a problem. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was a serious problem for OKC. Do you like? So I'm gonna ask y'all for the pay. What do the Pacers? I'm gonna ask y'all. What do the Pacers need to do to kind of try to steal Game 5, right? Because basically they're still it's about still a Game 5. For me, I just think that for them to win Game 5, obviously they're gonna have to shoot a 3 ball better. And I'm with Tyler. I do also believe that they're gonna have to try to utilize the small ball lineup with Obi Toppin. If Obi Toppin's gonna shoot the 3 ball like that, you know what I mean? Like Obi Toppin was hot in that third quarter. He had 2 big threes in that quarter. If Obi Toppin's gonna hit the 3 ball like that, run the floor like that, there's a decision to be made between him and like Miles Turner, right? Even though I've said this, I think Miles Turner has had his finals. This has been the best stretch of games he's played in the playoffs, in my opinion. But I do feel like in this series. Maybe like in these last couple games, I feel like Obi Toppin is kind of played at a higher level right now. But but people change when they play on the road, so I'm not sure. I'm not really sure which Obi Toppin we're going to get on the road. Like on the road is going to be something totally different. But for the Pacers, who do you feel like what needs to happen for the Pacers to win Game 5? You know what I mean? I said Obi Toppin is going to have to make that change and maybe start Obi Toppin, to be honest with you. That may be a move they may have to make. They may have to start Obi Toppin. In terms of OKC, I feel like OKC for them to kind of take Game 5 because the Pacers are going to play with they're going to be desperate, so that's going to be a thing, and they're going to probably be running on. They're going to have a lot of energy going into this game. If I had to say for the Pacers, I believe the Pacers have to. I'm just seeing it now. For the Pacers, for OKC, excuse me. I think the OKC would have to make the 3 ball. Like they're gonna have to make the 3 ball at a higher level of OKC. And I'm talking about guys like Wiggins and whatnot. They're gonna have to shoot the 3 at a higher level. Like those guys are getting open shots. Even Chet was missing open threes. Wiggins was missing open threes. Those guys are gonna have to make the 3 ball because they're gonna eventually sag on Shea, and Shea's not gonna have the space to move. I don't even care if it's at home where you get that superhuman strength. He's gonna need like spacing. Like Wallace is gonna have to make some threes. Isaiah Joe's gonna have to make some threes. These guys are gonna have to shoot better from the 3-point line. For me to say that like OKC can definitely take a stronghold on game 5. But again, this game was something special. And also, I wanted to, how are y'all rating these NBA finals too? Like, this has been cool because other than game 2, these games have been very competitive. Game 2 was a blowout, but all these games have been super competitive. I feel like this has been really good. I know a lot of folks were talking about small markets and whatnot, but in terms of you a basketball lover, like this has been a good series. Like these games have been high energy, very competitive. Like that, like the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter, the game's still in doubt. You know what I mean? Like this game, truth be told, wasn't like you didn't know what was going to happen until like the 1 minute left, pretty much where the foul started kind of messing everything up. But I felt like this series has been something special for the NBA. So I think the NBA, I mean, again, I feel like the NBA in terms of having Shea, Halliburton, these guys are kind of like now putting themselves. I'm hoping like casuals are watching this because I feel like these guys are taking advantage of this situation. Hopefully, it makes them into like household names. I'm not going to say superstar or whatever, household names, because these guys are these guys are stars. And in terms of the basketball circles, these guys are superstars. In basketball, we talk basketball. These guys are superstars. But I hope for casuals, all of them get to see what this dude, all the casuals get to see what these guys are all about in terms of basketball players, because they're so throwback. Like Shea is a throwback scoring two guard for real. He's a throwback. He'll take the midi in a second. Kind of like he definitely has some Kobe-ish in terms of footwork. He definitely has it. You know what I mean? And the midi and how he can improvise on shots and his balance. He has that. Halliburton has got that Jason Kidd-like appeal where he's definitely trying to get people involved so they can score. It's like that it's the throwback real point guard that's actually a star on your basketball team. You know what I mean? It's not like that point guard who's like and no knock, like a Jalen Brunson or something where they're all about scoring. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really fixated on getting other guys involved. Jorah said, not just a good series, but these teams are showing you that the volume 3-point shooting ain't the answer. I agree, George. This is good. I feel like now other teams are gonna learn from this. Right? They're gonna learn. They're gonna say, you know what? We don't have to take the threes. We don't have to shoot like analytics. We don't have to shoot 50 threes to win a basketball game. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the pendulum is swinging back to playing good basketball and players scoring at all 3 levels. Agreed, George. Agreed. I think this series is definitely good for basketball, like for the youth too, right? Like now youngsters can watch this and say, dang, I could be like Shea. I don't got to shoot the 3. You know what I mean? Like I don't got to shoot. I can do a pull up, or I could be a point guard that sets everybody up. I don't always have to like I don't have to be the scoring point guard. Like, dude, I can be a champion. I can be a elite player. I can be in the verge of winning an NBA championship if I play this way. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at. Like I feel like watching these dudes and watching these teams, because they're all playing team basketball too. So, and it's not like all ISO basketball. Like, yeah, Shea has some ISO moments, but when you look at like the Pacers, they play a great brand of basketball, even with a guy like Tyrese Halliburton who can make anything go with the ball. I think like this is a good showing for like basketball fans. And if you're a casual, and also if you're a youngster watching basketball, like this tells you like I can do this and be dominant. Because you can watch Steph. Everybody can't be Steph. You can watch Steph jacking half court threes and with precision, but you ain't gonna get a guy like. But you can be a Shea if you work hard enough on your footwork, your midi, and focus on it. You can be like a Shea. Like I'm not saying you're gonna be as good as Shea, but you know what I mean. Like you can be a 20-point scorer who can shoot from a decent percentage, and your shots are pretty much easier to make. Like Shea has mastered it, and it's crazy. Like if you watch Shea from like Kentucky, obviously when he was with the Clippers as a young boy, like you couldn't tell me he was gonna be this dude. Like this dude is crazy. Like this dude is crazy. So I'm looking at Shea. What Shea's doing out here is it's insane. It is. It really is insane. But yeah, this has been a dope NBA Finals. What's your prediction? What do y'all think is gonna happen in game 5? Give me y'all prediction. I'm leaning on to say that I think OKC takes game 5. I think it's going 7. I ain't gonna lie. I think the series is going 7. I know initially I had the Pacers losing in 5, but it's going 7. I think it's going 7. I think this series is built for 7. Like Rick Carlisle has shown everybody why he's an amazing head coach. He is one of the best head coaches in basketball. Rick Carlisle has done it with this team. Like how he has kind of changed things up, how he has kind of confused the way he's going to guard Shea. I think he is one of the best basketball minds in the game, period. And honestly, one of the best basketball coaches we've seen in the NBA, period, for real. He deserves a lot of flowers. I won't lie. He does. You got Pacers okay. Paul still got Pacers in 6. You got Pacers winning in OKC. Okay. Paul got Pacers in 6. I ain't mad at you, Paul. All right. George, what you got, bro? I didn't say Pacers in 6. No, I said so you got the Pacers winning game 5. I ain't actually the overall prediction. I said game 5. So you got the Pacers winning game 5. That's what I need. Okay, cool. I ain't asked for your overall predictions because if you wrong, then you're gonna have Pacers in 7. So I need you to be like whatever. So I need you to just give me we doing it one by one, Paul. One by one. Because I know when you're gonna be like, all right, never mind, change my Pacers in 7 then. So I need you because then you had Pacers in 5, right, Paul? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, OKC wins another close game. Yeah. 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 Okay, George. OKC wins another close one. Might get overtime in game 5. See, I think we get overtime in game 6 with Indy wins. That's what I think. Yeah, I know. See, you stringing it on. I know, Paul. I know you, Paul. I know. See, Paul, you gotta be like me. You can't be hard-headed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the opposite from you. If I was like you, I would say like OKC in 6. But nah, see, I look at the game. I'm like, nah, it's probably going 7. It's definitely going. I think it's going 7. I don't think like the way this series is like it's going 7. And then like it's crazy. Like I said, all the games have been close, other than the one that OKC blew Indy out. And again, and you also got to expect too going into that situation, going into Indy. I mean, going into OKC, though the role players for OKC are going to play better. Like folks like Wiggins are going to score. Like it's crazy because Caruso, I didn't expect Caruso to get like 20 again. He had 20. Like he had 20 in game 2. Like I don't expect that. Yeah, they can be pissed. Look, at the end of the day, they can be pissed all they want. Like I'm guaranteed. Like they can be pissed all they want. But the issue, the difference with them, they're going on the road now. If this happened at home and then they had another game at home, then I would agree with you, Paul. But they're going on the road. It's going to be a different animal. When you're going on the road, it's a different animal, bro. Like, and OKC fan base is rabid. Just like Indy's right, they rabid. It's going to be a hard one. This ain't like, it ain't the Knicks. It ain't the Knicks. This got that college style. So this is going, it's going 7. I think this series is going 7. I think OKC. I think OKC can win this game handily, only because I feel like the role players like Wiggins or Wallace. I think Wallace plays better. Wallace knocks down threes. He plays better up in OKC, which is gonna like change the tide of it. But if I'm OKC, to make that happen, they got to still stick to the plan and guard that 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? They got to lock in. Yeah, they definitely got to lock in. People like, I expect Nembhard ain't scared in the moment. I expect him to play. I feel like Mathurin got to play better for Indy. Nesmith got to play better in terms of scoring. He was 2 of 5 from 3. We only had 6 points. He's got to be a little bit, and he was in foul trouble. He fouled out. What did Nembhard have? Nembhard had 10. He was okay. He's always going to be aggressive. This can't be a Halliburton game where Halliburton is like struggling though. This can't be the clunker game because Siakam going ball. Can guarantee Siakam's going to ball. Like you know Siakam's he's gonna score. Like you know that. It's already there. Siakam's gonna score points. That's gonna be a thing. That's gonna happen. It's all about it's all about what like Halliburton has to stamp this game. That I will say, Halliburton has to stamp this game. This might be one of the most anticipated game fives in a while. I agree. It could be. It definitely is. Yeah, because Boston they made light work in the post day. They made light work of like Dallas. It really wasn't a competitive series for real. This isn't a competitive series. Like, yeah, I agree with you, Paul. This is a very competitive series. Like, this is different. This is different from that one. This is very different from that series. Let me see what else we got on tap on the agenda. I gotta make sure. Trying to make sure what we got on tap for the agenda for the rest of this. Let's see what we got. All right. So far, I'm gonna ask y'all this question. All right. Who look like going to be the final for each team? Who would be like the finals MVP right now? If you had to like do it from right now, who would be like a finals MVP? Obviously for OKC it'd be Shea. Like that's easy. But for the Pacers, who would it be? Would it be Halliburton or Siakam? Who would you say would be the finals MVP on each side? Because I'm kind of like Siakam. I think Siakam would be finals MVP. We're talking about if Indy is Siakam, obviously for the Pacers it would be for the Pacers it would for the OKC it would be Shea. So who would y'all have as y'all finals MVP for like the Pacers? What you got, George? What you say, George? OKC was 3 of 7 exactly from the 3 and still shot nearly 50% from the field. Indiana have to play better defense. It's hard. It's because they got to play. Because I'm telling you, George, man, you playing against Shea. Like Shea is a demon, dog. He a demon. It's more than that, though, George. He a demon. Shea is a flat out demon. But you're right, though. They got to play better defense. They got to. I don't know if they can play better defense on Shea. I'll say that much. But even though they got to play better defense on J-Dub, though, that definitely. Because J-Dub was getting to his spots kind of easy. I think they overly commit to Shea. They don't worry about anybody else. SGA for the Pacers. For the Pacers, young dude number 20. His 27 was vital. Young dude. Oh, you talking about you say young dude, 27. Young dude. You said Siakam? Nobody had 27. Not Mathurin. Last year, you talking about in game 3? You talking about Mathurin in game 3? You said number 20. Number 20. Not Nemhart. Nemhart is what? Nemhart is number 2. Who you talking about? Mathurin? You talking about Mathurin? Mathurin ain't being no finals MVP. Mathurin had a bad game. No, he's number 0. He ain't talking about Mathurin. You can't be. Mathurin had a bad game. What are you talking about? Nah, you ain't talking about. You talking about Mathurin? Nah, Mathurin can't be MVP. He had a bad game. His last stretch messed him up. Siakam stays leading them scoring. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do like Mathurin though. I like him a lot though, but I'm biased with him. I think he like that. You got Mathurin though. All right, George? All right, I don't get this. Like now you're about. How are any of these dudes better than Siakam, who leading the team and scoring in the postseason in the finals? How George? Make it make sense for me, George. Make it make sense. He did though, Paul. 27. He did. I know. Siakam leading the team and scoring. Make it make sense to me, bro. Siakam ain't done. Siakam leading the team and scoring. Come on. Obi Toppin? Obi be having good and bad games. Obi ain't consistent. Obi has his 2 best games. Are his 2 best games at home? Did he play good on the road? I don't think Obi been playing great on the road. I think he played good at home. I'm just saying, man. Obi's game 1 wasn't that good. George, you gotta look, man. Come on, y'all. It's gotta be Siakam. All right, I'm gonna let y'all answer this question. And for both since Indy's the team that's down, I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Indy wins game 5 if. Paul, you go ahead. I'll let you go. I'll wait for you. Indy wins game 5 if, and I'll showcase the comment. And then George, you want to go ahead. Whoever's in the chat, go ahead, finish. Y'all can finish it off. Indy wins game 5 if. I'm letting y'all take over the show. Indy wins game 5 if. Okay, here you go. Paul. If Mathurin scores 15, over 15. I like that. I can deal with that. That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. All right. Anyway, I can do that. If he can score 15, I can do that. I would say Indy wins if Halliburton goes for 25 and 10 assists. I think Indy wins. If he gets 25, 10 assists, Indy wins. And that means he's really dictating the game. I would definitely, if that can happen, he can do that. They got it. Well, all right, fam. This has been dope. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we got to talk about this game. It was an exciting game again. I think we do have to give flowers to like SGA. He showed us like what a skilled basketball player can do with the ball in his hand. So big ups to SGA, man. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for just joining me with me. Let me put SGA's stat line real quick. I didn't even say it, man. 12 for 24, 50% from the field. The man was 1 for 4 from 3, so it wasn't like he was killing from 3 for 35 points, and he didn't really go to the line. Like he went to the line towards the end of the game, towards the end when he was getting fouled. But yeah, what a great game for him. George has, here you go. Indy wins game 5 if they are under control on offense, less turnovers, and not too many threes. Well, George, I'll say this. They need to shoot threes because that's how they've been winning. When they don't make threes, they're not winning. They're good when they can space you out and shoot those threes and make it. Like Nesmith can hit those threes. Halliburton hits those threes. They're really good when they can make their threes. They're better when they make their threes. I do think that and I didn't mention this. I should mention this. I felt like OKC did a better job not turning the ball over throughout the game like they did in game 3. I think game 3 they were too jittery with the basketball. Though I will say towards the end of the game it reared its ugly head again. So they need to clean that up for game 5. Definitely need to clean that up for game 5. All right, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. It's been late, but we did a post-game show. Again, the OKC Thunder defeated the Indiana Pacers 111-104. Series is tied at 2 apiece. We don't know what's going to happen in game 5, but it's going to be. But we know this is going to be fun, it's going to be fun. But it's going to be fun for basketball watchers, definitely. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. Yiddig deuces. We are out.
Peace.